Today we're in France, on the ski jump. I'm sure that not only fans of the British team will be happy to hear that my co-commentator today is Colin Phillips.
Next time I'll be competing again, that's for sure.
We all hope that, and we keep our fingers crossed for you. And once more, the sun is beating down on a ski jumping event. Welcome to another round of the Summer Grand Prix. Let's... In Courchevel, everything's aimed at winter sport, a real paradise for those who love it.
Yeah, and who doesn't? You can experience all facets of skiing here, Mark.
Well, the distance is pretty okay, but if he wants to play in the top group, he'll have to practice a lot. Yeah. At least if you take this jump as typical.
Yeah, if you can.
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
He's one of the skiers who pleasantly surprised the expert this season. He always lived up to their expectations, and he didn't have a single fall this season.
Yeah, last year was quite a different story. Now he's become a really good skier.
A textbook telemark. Everything was correct, from timing to parallel ski position. The spectators are enthusiastic, and rightly so. I think he can be sure to earn a great deal of praise from his coach.
Well, he should do.
Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. Many jumpers say that it is sometimes harder to get through the qualification round than to win the competition. No one would have bet on him before this season, but things have changed. He's turning in a good performance, and surely no one will ever underestimate him again. So he's among the top 20, and he's doing well.
Yeah, good on him.
That was a perfect takeoff.
Absolutely, Mark. To find the precise point.
He didn't fall, at least.
Yes, of course, Mark. In such a case, the judges are forced to deduct some points. So he's certainly not in for a decent style score.
Courchevel is one of 3 skiing areas that lie next to each other.
Oh yes, they call them the Three Valleys.
Yeah. 200 ski lifts, 330 downhill runs, and a length of 600 kilometers altogether. That's impressive.
Yeah, you can say that again, that's a big one.
His last performances were better than this, and he fairly wowed his fans. Today they had no chance to get fired up.
Factual fact, it looks like they're going to sleep.
Let's take the time to look at the replay. Can I risk another little pun?
No, no, and no again?
You may have a humorous and funny bone, but what about a sense of humor?
Oh my God, any more of that and I'm out of here. How about it?
Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. So, this is the result of the first round. I'm certain that not all skiers will be satisfied with the ranking. The bottom 20 disappear from view, for they were simply not good enough for this final round of the 30 best skiers. In case there isn't any snow here in Courchevel, there are 562 snow cannons.
God.
A perfect landing with a nice telemark. Could you explain to our spectators what's important in a telemark, Colin?
Well, that's easy. A telemark is a thrusting step with the skis. The rear leg is bent down lower than the front leg. So it's a kind of curtsy.
To the public?
No, to the gods of winter sports.
At the first ski jumping competition in 1893, which did not take place in Norway, but in Austria, a manure heap was used as a ski jump.
Oh, wow. God, that must have smelt very good. Fortunately, some things have changed in architecture.
He improves from competition to competition and from jump to jump. Let's see how far up he could get in the ranking.
I should go way up, Mark, I think.
I suppose. Here's the final ranking for you, ladies and gentlemen. After a thrilling competition, next time all skiers have the chance to go for gold. Until then, I say cheerio and adios to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips. The High Tatra is the highest part of our... I have a special guest today, Colin Phillips. Would you mind me saying that it's a stroke of luck, in a certain way, that you're not participating in the competition today?
No, I take it as a compliment. At least I can support my home country in this way.
Whilst others are off swimming, we're here at the Summer Grand Prix ski jumping.
Oh my God.
In the qualification round, he can take it nice and easy. There are 72 skiers at the start, and the best 50 will qualify, well within his capability. Let's have a... Am I wrong, or are we always in Zakopane these days?
No, it seems to be too. We were here just yesterday,
Yeah.
Mark.
This sport is called ski jumping. Maybe someone should tell him. With that distance, maybe he should change to long jump in athletics. I've never seen anything as bad as that. Let's have a look at the replay. What euphoria surrounding this man in the last few weeks, and he deserves all of it. His performance has been outstanding throughout the season. I bet he's dreamed more than once these last few days about being on the victory list.
Well, I believe he can do it, actually, Mark. If there's one person in the world who can, then it's him.
Now we... A deep breath for all those who have qualified. That's the 50 best jumpers of the day.
Yes, Mark, and I can see some surprises here. Can't wait to see who will win the competition in the end.
Wow, this might turn into a good flight. A takeoff to put the fear of God into his opponents. Perfect conditions for an excellent distance. Let's have a look at the replay. Some people still think that Telemark is an American TV star.
I beg your pardon.
Well, Telemark.
Oh, no, please. You had promised me to leave your pans at home today.
Colin, do you remember ever having seen a jump as bad as this one?
Well, I just don't know what to say. Nothing worked out for him in this jump. The distance is simply appalling.
Let's... The weather's not exactly glorious, but I hope the performances will make up for it.
Well, as long as visibility's okay, there'll be no problem.
Great landing. These many fans out there on the screens will be rejoicing.
Absolutely, Mark.
Yeah.
That looked really good. Excellent landing. You know, putting the skis parallel is an art in itself, and he managed it perfectly.
Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. The field of skiers is on a decrease. His performance is regular as clockwork this season. He's always in the top group. His practice seems to pay off.
Absolutely. He wouldn't let anyone pass him now, but on the other hand, he's not yet good enough to make the decisive step towards becoming number one.
Makes me jump to see a skier fall out on me. That must have hurt.
But it wasn't that bad. He'll have some bruises, and that's it, I'd say.
Yeah, let's hope so. The wind could hardly be better today. There's a slight upwind that might give our skiers wings.
Like Eddie the Eagle.
I think the judges will have to give a maximum score. The landing was simply impeccable. Many jumpers will have looked at that with envy. That's exactly how anyone would like to end his flight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think this is worth having a second look.
Yes, Mark, I think that a closer analysis is always worthwhile.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the final results for your information. I'd be glad to have you with us again next time. And many thanks to my co-commentator, Colin Phillips.
Oh, thanks to you.
Has anybody seen my notes? Ah, that's just typical of me. Hello from the heart of the Tyrol. What's a host without an actual practitioner of sport? This time, it's Colin Phillips, and we're very proud to have him here with us today.
It's a great pleasure to me, my friends. Thank you very much for the invitation, and hello, everybody.
One skier doesn't make a summer, you might say, so we continue with the Summer Grand Prix. Today, he's consolidated his performance with another good jump.
Excellent.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. I can't quite see who's up there. Is it Adam Alish? No, but it is a Polish skier who's preparing for the start. That looks as if he had never done anything else in his life than taking off. Great timing. His skis take off precisely at the right point, and he's got the right degree of explosivity. Let's take the time. Great season for him. His performance is consistently good or even very good, and that's reflected in the ranking. He'll keep his place in the top 10. No way he's going to be pushed out.
No, I don't see that either.
He seems to lack something today, mentally as well as bodily.
Bad, very, very bad. I'm sure he's awfully angry now that he couldn't quite tune into his good performances. Maybe he's just not on form today.
So this is the result of the qualification round. Let's see who's among the top 50, so we can tell. Maybe we should talk about women in ski jumping too.
Oh, yes.
As in many other sports, the ladies hardly manage to emerge from the men's shadow.
Well,
I wonder why. Because they also achieve impressive distances. The actual record is held by the Austrian Daniela Erashko with 200 meters. The score for his posture during the flight and on landing doesn't exactly take your breath away, but
really,
he has to be content with it. It's okay like that.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. His performance doesn't deserve any better.
He's getting better and better, and I'm sure that the top skiers will keep their eye on him today.
Well, if he can start on a good weather conditions and has a little bit of luck, he'll be able to climb up the ranking this season, that's for sure.
That was an okay jump for him, considering his potential. But compared to the top skiers, he still has some work to do.
But I'm sure he'll make it, Mark.
The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic. You wouldn't chase a dog out of the house in such weather. But the skiers, they have to jump, whether they want to or not.
Well, they'll be relieved when it's over, I can tell you.
That's another good example of how difficult it is to find the right point for takeoff. The perfect range is so small that you can easily miss it.
Yes, he took off when his skis had almost passed the jump table, so he won't fly high enough. The result will tell.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
I think we've seen some nice and what's more, long jumps. And I also think that the best 30 skiers absolutely deserve to be in the final. During the Four Hill Tournament of 2005, Janne Ahonen beat the hill record set by Adam Mudge.
But he didn't win the final competition.
Nope, he would have inscribed his name in sport history if he had.
Which he would have loved, Mark.
Everything went great for him until the takeoff. He really fronted. He had a good speed, but somehow something went wrong.
Well, maybe it was a material fault. Or his goggles were steamed up.
At least that would have been a good excuse, Colin.
You're right there, Mark.
Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
He's one of the outstanding jumpers this season, and he's rightly... The skiers are confronted with a very strong crosswind today. The question is, who can cope best with these difficult conditions?
Well, we'll soon find out.
His performance today is not a surprise. It's neither better nor worse than the last time. He's just plugging along at the same level. Now we get the chance to analyze all the jumps. These are the results of today's competition, ladies and gentlemen. The three winners of the day, cheered by the crowd. Next time, things can turn out quite differently. We hope you'll be with us again. For the ski jumpers, Japan's center is... I have Colin Phillips with me, an institution in British ski jumping, if I may say so.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Credit where credit is due, sir.
It's a very different experience watching the others jump for once. Maybe I'll take over your job soon, Mark.
Do you like these summer competitions, Colin?
Well, it's nice for a change, but myself, I prefer snow on the ground.
Now, let's have a look at the score. Well, you can't be angry at the judges. I think they evaluated his performance correctly.
Yeah, the score's appropriate as far as I'm concerned.
No one can use the wind as an excuse today. We have a strong upwind, so the weather conditions are excellent. That's all the distance he's capable of today, so he has to be satisfied with it.
What else could he do?
Thanks to tech. It's a kind of jinx. Over the past few days, his form has slipped away. He has to be careful not to slide down the rankings. His timing at takeoff was especially awful. Fat chance of a good distance then.
Right.
Yes, that was good. He found the right point for takeoff and did it properly. All that's required for a long flight. The replay will show us now how on earth he was able to come up with such magic.
Yeah.
Let's see which 50 skiers have qualified for the next round.
Well, you can see some faces.
This impressive steel construction once cost 50 million euros. Textbook table. Best conditions for a very, very long jump. Great.
Fantastic.
His fans at home can relax and lean back now. Everyone can be happy with his score. He's well placed in terms of distance as well as style score. Good. Let's take the time to look at the replay. Colin, what's your comment on this performance?
Well, there's not much to criticize, actually. His performance is good, he's calm, and in complete control of the situation. I'd say the only thing he still lacks a little bit is routine and level-headedness.
That's how the takeoff has to be. An explosive extension of the body at the right point on the jump table, and then an intensely powerful takeoff.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I suppose we can have a look at the replay. Ah, there it is. An English tabloid spread the news that you're afraid of flying.
Who said that? No, that's a fairy tale. That's a malicious allegation, actually.
So it's not true.
No, well, the thing is, when I was a kid, I was afraid of heights. So my father took me to a ski jump and he said, if you jump down there, there will never have to be afraid of anything.
And that was the beginning of your career.
That's right.
Let's have a look at the replay. We separate the grain from the chaff, so the fine saying goes.
Oh, the boys from the net.
Something like that. We weed out 20 skiers and start the last and decisive round with the best 30 athletes. We have talked about this several times. Ski jumping is a sport full of imponderables, even mysteries.
Well, that makes it so interesting. You can never be sure what will happen. A psychological problem for us athletes. One moment we're at the top, the next we're down.
It's in the nature of it, isn't it?
Yeah, so to speak.
There's not much to grumble at. A good score for his jump, but still capable of improvement.
Yeah, you can do a lot better than that.
Let's have a closer look at this jump in the replay.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah. There aren't many rivals left for him. It's amazing, his performance, and at that age. Visibility might be better, but the fog is not thick enough to cause serious problems to the skiers. Good distance there. He leaves some opponents behind him with that performance. Thanks to technology, we can look at the replay and be clear about things. Let's have a look at the overall ranking after this fascinating competition.
Yes.
The winners' fans are cheering, but the skiers on the second and third place can be satisfied too with their performance today, I think. And thanks. Japan and ski jumping in Today I have expert help on my side, the famous ski jumper Colin Phillips from England, who unfortunately is not participating in the tournament himself.
Seeing all that bustle around, I'd really like to go up there and jump myself. But this time I'll leave it to the other skiers.
Last competition day of the Summer Grand Prix. Despite the summer temperatures, the skiers will keep their cool as they defend their position. That's not what I would call a proper landing. I think the judges won't approve of that.
Pretty rough, huh? At the Olympic team competition in 1998, it was Japan who got gold, beating Germany and Austria. That's a rare event.
can see an upward trend in his performance, and I don't think there's one rival who still underestimates him.
You're right, Mark. But he hasn't beaten me yet.
Nope. Let's have another look at the replay. Maybe we overlooked some details.
It could be.
What would you tell someone to convince him about the sport?
Well, that's a difficult one. I'd say that ski jumping is not a sport, it's an art, a philosophy even, a religion.
That's laying it on a bit thick, isn't it?
Well, just make a jump yourself, 200 metres down the valley. Then you'll change your mind, Mark.
Let's have a look at the replay.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty dangerous, starting with a fog as thick as this, Mark.
All you can say is eyes shut and go for it.
I suppose you're right.
Hello, what was that? I wouldn't have thought him capable of such a huge jump. Great rejoicing for him, his coach, and his family. How is that possible, Colin?
Well, he simply had an excellent day and did everything right in this jump. Sometimes ski jumping is so easy. Congratulations. You did a great job there, Mark.
Yes, it was. That was an exciting competition today, don't you think, Colin?
Yeah.
Would you tell us what the private Colin Phillips does in his leisure time? Maybe he grows roses or plays football?
Roses? Football? Well, I like football, but no, none of them, Mark. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
No, come on.
I love computer games.
No!
Yes, I do. It's great for relaxation, especially before competitions.
I can believe that. The judges have made their decision, and he gets a pretty good score. That's a fair judgment. Let's take the time to look at the replay. A strong upwind. It couldn't be better.
Well, you know, I think this is a day for some very good distances.
Yeah, Colin. That's what we're all hoping for.
Yeah, true.
Oh, he's on his back. That's a pity, but things like that happen ever so often on landing. Probably he had a problem with his skis. Maybe they jerked at landing and... So, this is an overview of the final ranking, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting competition today, and that's how we like it. So see you next time. It's goodbye from Mark Rafferty.
And from me, Colin Phillips, thanks and goodbye.
Bye.